drugs, real talk, the metaphor messiah. Now let's get it. This is the long-awaited requiem. A sharp tongue never got a nigga.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ken, once again from the FoulMouthsNetwork, and today we have a very, very special show. We got one of the probably the best interview yet is my man, Real Talk, the metaphor messiah. What's going on, Real?
Yo, Kenny Mo, what's up, baby?
What's going on, man? We're so happy to have you on the show with us.
That's awesome, dude. I just watched Goodfellas 3 times to get ready for this, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. And we don't have to whack you, I don't want to whack nobody. But yeah, so Real Talk, for those who don't know, which they probably don't know me, but I'm introducing this guy. He should be really introducing me. But he's also on Shot from the Point. He's a lyricist. His music is unbelievable. He brings a great message. We knew of him from when I first got hooked up with Tommy C on Shot from the Point, and I met Real Talk and didn't even know about his music yet and checked it out. And I got to say, not just saying it because the dude's on my show and I know him, but his music has a serious message and it's deep. It's deep music, and he goes from bringing like that old school, the new shit all together in one. You know what I mean? That's how I would describe it. How would you describe your music to people?
First, I got to say thanks for describing it like that. I've heard a lot worse before, so that means a lot to me. But yeah, man, I just like my music, man. It's all about like just how I feel like as a person, just being real with people and learning how to keep it real with people, and then like hoping that people kind of get that, because I feel like in this world there's a lot of fake shit that goes on, bro. And I feel like you don't know yourself until you keep it real with yourself and then others. And that's what I try to do for most of my life. And it seems like a lot of people respect that, man. Actually, that's how I got the name Real Talk, is from my old neighborhood. I just kept it real, man. I used to tell them how I feel. And if they didn't want to hear it, that's cool. But
I knew there was something behind the name. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you don't just get that name if you're bullshitting people. You know?
No, man. No, my dudes used to always be like, man, he's Real Talk. Because I'll tell them real quick. If I fuck up or you fuck, I'll tell you. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might not want to hear it, but so everybody just started calling me Real Talk. Like, yo, that's Real Talk right there. And then just the name stuck, and I made it my stage name and added the metaphor messiah because of how I flow and shit like that. And
I love meaning behind names. You know what I mean? I hate when somebody just slaps a fucking name on themselves. I love meaning behind it. It's got substance to it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
You earned it. You earned that name. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't just slap that on yourself one day.
No, I feel, and I'll be honest, I feel like I earned it, man.
Dude, your music alone, that you keep it real like you do, is just fucking, but you could hear that in your music anyway. So let me ask you this real quick. Who would you say, like right now, who was your person that like made you want to do this, what you're doing right now in your life?
If I could, I want to kind of group it all. I would basically say most of the artists from the 90s. You know what I mean? Pop, Biggie, A Tribe Called Quest. I mean, you guys out there in New York, you already know about the Tribe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So like, man, like those dudes, when I grew up, my uncle and shit like that raised me in with all that good stuff. And I grew up with that type of music, man, just like that real shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, so they kind of like put meanings in the verbs and nouns. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm a big believer in making your lyrics not only mean something, but entertaining and still, you know what I'm saying, halfway sound decent, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I grew up with that shit, man.
There's a lot of elements involved in that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it takes you know, somebody with those lyricists, you gotta be kind of clever, and I pride myself on being a pretty smart dude. You know?
Yeah.
It's like listening to that type of shit all day long, bro. So like.
That's what I grew up on too, man. I grew up on like Nice and Smooth. I grew up on A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
P-Rock and CL Smooth. You know what I mean? Like, I just like in the early 90s, even though I was listening to it in the early 80s when the fucking Fat Boys were out. All right, that was like my first that was my first love of rap, believe it or not, was with the Fat Boys. Then I moved on to LL. You know, LL back then was like,
he was a bad man, bro.
He was a bad man. He was, man. But definitely you can hear that influence in your music, because it does. I know you're originally from Chicago, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
So you can hear that like East Coast like type of flavor in your music, but you still also have like that West Coast sound to it too. You know what I mean? It's like you get both sides at the same time. You know?
I just try to switch it up, bro. Like the music I make, man, is for the world. Like you've listened to some of it, so like the messages I spread, bro, it's for everybody. Like my music doesn't discriminate. You feel me?
You're really doing what a lot of artists can't do, because you're taking on a lot at once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not just working on one front. Your music doesn't mean just one thing. It means like many things, you know?
Many things, man. I always tell people it's real talk for the world, man. Like, Because that's what I'm trying to do. And I gotta be honest, Kenny, I'm having a blast doing this shit, man.
You are, man. It sounds like you're having fun, you know?
The last couple of years, man, I've been all around the United States, man, and just like, I moved out to the West Coast. It's been crazy, man. I've been all down, up and down Cali and just seeing things I've never seen before, man. We're taking a trip next year to Germany for a festival, man. If you would have asked me 5 years ago would I ever go to Germany, I wouldn't believe it. So,
yeah, that's crazy, man. You never know where your talent will take you in life, you know?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, even in Germany, they're bumping the hip hop over here from the States. It's crazy how much hip hop has grown over the last 30 years from where it was to where it is now. I mean, it's like, it's mainstream now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to be real, man. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these, like nowadays, man, I haven't really been feeling the hip hop on the radios nowadays, man. You know what I mean? I got to be honest. Like, and I don't try to I'm not hating on anybody. Yo, you make your music, you do what you do. But I just feel like there's not a lot of thought process that goes into the music nowadays, man. And I guess they would call it dumbing it down. And man,
you're right. Because, like we both said, we're kind of like 90s hip hop guys. And that for me, that's what I listen to today. And that's not saying that all of hip hop or rap is not good, but I do hear what you're saying. A lot of it is watered down. It has somewhat the same type of flavor to it. Most tracks are like the same relatively. It's got like that techno-y fucking sound in it a lot now, and it's definitely going a different way. You know what I mean? But there are still artists that get it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Kendrick Lamar, Joey Badass. There's a couple guys that I still think are very like lyricists and know how to entertain. But a lot of the music, man, a lot of the cats, aren't using their lyricists anymore, and
it's getting mainstream, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like getting like popish, you know?
Kenny, I turned on the radio a couple days ago, and I heard a bitch singing about Peter fucking Pan. I gotta be honest, bro. I turned it off automatically, man.
I know, man. I know. Shit is getting crazy. You know what it is? It's the kids that are really young now. They're growing up with hip hop in their face 24/7. So you're getting every walk of life. There's only certain people that can actually do it, but you're getting a lot of different people doing it that never did it before, trying it, listening to it. So I think what's happening is it went too mainstream. It's like the same shit is always played on the radio, and
Yeah, well, I totally agree, man. I actually think that it became more about the beats. You know what I'm saying? The catchy hook, and that's kind of what mainstream does. And like I said, my goal is to bring back real lyricism. So not only are they listening to something, nice beats, but they're getting a message out of it, and it's helping them. Because that's what hip hop did for me, man. It helped me grow as a person. You feel me, bro?
Yeah, I do. Like, I have two small kids, so like they're watching something on TV, and my thing to my wife always is there a meaning behind this show? Like, is it going to teach them something good at the end of it? Is it going to make them think of doing something better? You know what I mean? And that's where music doesn't have that, a lot of music, but yours does. Like you said, you know what I mean? Like you tell a story in it. You explain something. You're leaving that person who's listening a little better off than they were before they heard it.
And I got that from so many, just like my favorite rock band is Nirvana. I always tell people, I feel like they did the same thing. Well, you know what I'm saying? Before they really started getting too mainstream, but Nirvana was one of my favorite groups. They did the same thing, man. Sublime. I'm the biggest Sublime fan ever. I feel because they were so great, man. And that's it.
They were only around for a short amount of time, Sublime, right?
Yeah, man. I smoked joints and then smoked two more,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wish that dude was around for longer. That would have been good to hear, like what he would have came out with in the future,
Yeah, man. But
that's just like the same thing with Biggie and Pac, who God only knows what they would have came out with if they were still,
Right, man. And that's all I'm trying to, I'm trying to move smarter than that. Cause like those guys, I learned a lot from Pac, and I just feel like you need somebody in hip hop, kind of like Pac and Biggie, that weren't afraid to talk about everything, even the things that people don't want, they want to PC you about. I want to talk about it, and I'm going to,
Yeah, that's good, man.
Keep it real, man, and attack what's really going on instead of bullshitting, man.
Yeah, that's refreshing, man. Let me ask you this real quick. If in the future, right, if you didn't work with a certain person and you want to work with somebody, who would be like your dream artist or group or whatever to work with in the future?
In the future, I got to be honest. I feel like I already hit that dream because my dream, I'm a big Wu-Tang Clan fan. Yeah. That was my dream, and I got to open up and do a show with them and sit back.
That is pretty fucking sick.
So like when that happened to me, man, I'm sitting right next to Capadonna, and he's passing me a blunt, and I'm like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So like I've kind of already felt that. Yeah, so I already felt that. But like if I could work with anybody, I don't know. I guess Pac's already gone because that was a dream of mine too. But and just to work with somebody who's trying to spread the same message as me and has a little bit of a name, bro. Like I do that, and that's a dream right there, bro. I'm glad I'm working with you right now, bro. To be honest.
Well, shit, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. So you got to fucking open up for Wu-Tang, huh?
Man. I'll be honest, that's what changed my career around. actually did some work with Nappy Roots. I don't know if you know who they were, but they were.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I did a track with them, and I kind of started getting a little bit, a little popular, and then once I did the show with Wu-Tang Clan, man, that's what completely turned everything around. People started wanting to know what I was about and stuff, and and from there, I guess Caesar's Palace came a calling, and I landed out in the West Coast, and here I am.
Nice, man. Now, for those who don't know, Real is out of Vegas right now. You signed a contract with Caesar's Palace, right? Like you just said?
Yeah, a couple years ago, I signed a performance deal with Caesar's Palace and stuff like that to come out here and basically perform around Vegas and blah, blah, blah. And they threw me some nice money to do it. And it was like a dream come true. And, now I'm pretty much independent, completely by myself because I have the resume now. You know what I mean? So I'm just making some good dough and able to do what I love to do, too. And that's like a dream come true, bro. Like, it's crazy.
That's nice, man. That's really good, man. So, like, everything you worked for is paying off. That's good, man.
Yeah, it's starting to, bro. So
yeah, you can hear it in your music, man. You deserve it. You know what I mean? You deserve all the, what you're getting, man. You really do.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I'm just trying to stay focused on, like, I always tell myself we got more to do, bro. As I got a lot more until I'm touching the world, bro. Until the world changes for the better, then I got a lot more work to do. You feel me?
Yeah, man. There is a lot of work out there, but you know what? At least you're getting off your ass and trying to do something about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of people who they know what's going on in this world, and they talk shit about it and they want it to change, but it's like and really, if you think about it, I'm like that too, because I know that there's bullshit going on in this world, but how can you stop it? But you got that voice, you know what I mean? That you can fucking put it in your words and relate it to other people to understand where you're coming from,
All right, bro. Which is trying to be the voice of the voiceless, you feel me?
Yeah.
Trying to do something
I hear you, man. That's how we kind of view ourselves over here. Like, we do a podcast on here. We were doing funny videos at first and like trying to do, you could call them funny if you want, but we were doing stupid shit on here. And then we started the whole podcast thing. And really what I envisioned for this network was to have it where eventually we go live with it. We have callers call in and really voice their opinions on what is bothering them about where their living arrangements are, just life in general, and just say it instead of going on YouTube and having to make your own fucking show so people can hear what you have to say. I want to make it so everybody can just come on and fucking speak their mind. You know what I mean? Have a debate on it or help someone out. Kind of the same thing. I feel like we could be the voice of the voiceless one day. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you guys are already. I got to be honest, man. Look, I don't do a whole lot of interviews with people I don't know like that. And dude, but when I like something, I like it. And I remember the first time I heard this podcast, bro, I was in love with it. I ran to Tommy C so quick, bro. I mean, I love everything you guys do from you.
Yeah, man. I thank you so much for that.
I love what you guys do, man. For real.
Yeah, the guys are all here right now. Say what's up to Real Talk.
What's going on, Real?
Yo.
That's Lucky Low, the infamous Lucky Low, who called into Tommy's show the other day, which was pretty funny.
Low's a gangster, man.
We got the Filthy Mouth Gamer in the house, and we also got Producer G with us on the Wizardry.
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
And just basically just vibing with Real Talk right now on the FoulMouthsNetwork, keeping it 100. And we freaking really appreciate you coming in and bullshitting with us and liking the show. And, you relate it to Tommy and everything. And Tommy's channel is just fucking blowing through the roof right now. That dude is just gaining subs at a crazy rate right now. He's on fire, that dude right now.
Oh, I'm going to tell Tommy now, you're welcome, bro.
Yeah.
Because I brought some freshness to that,
You did, man. It was like as soon as you got on that show, it coincided with what was going on with him. And it was like, and let me tell you, man, he had an ingenious idea of bringing you on that show because you do bring a whole new element to that show, man. I enjoyed the show before, but it's even better now when you're on it.
Thanks, bro.
It is. It really is, though, man. No bullshit. It really is. It's a good show. He does his thing over there at Shot from the Point, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we love watching and Dead on Dave and all that shit. Dave had you on recently for the Random 5.
Oh, yeah, that's my
We were
Chicago
talking about that on Dave's from Chi-Town as well, right?
Yeah, that's my boy, man.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm a Met fan and we swept the Chicago Cubs out last year, but
that's all right. I'm very happy. Thank you. I hate the Cubs. I'm the biggest guy.
Nice. I like
hate the Cubs, man. Every time the Cubs win, it makes me a little bit sicker inside, bro.
You know what's funny? It's like the Chicago White Sox are like the Yankees, and the Cubs are like the Mets, the fucking team that never wins in Chicago. The Mets are the team that never wins in New York. Then you got the White Sox, who are like the Yankees. They've been around for forever. They won World Series.
You guys, the Yankees actually win.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you guys won in what, 09, man? Come on.
Yeah, they won in 09 was their last one, but honestly,
last was 05, man.
Yeah, no, but I hear you. But you want to know something? Things have definitely changed in Yankee land. It's not like when Steinbrenner went, it kind of took away that let's go get him attitude. And now it's more or less like a business, you know?
My uncle, he's from Chicago. He used to love the Yankees. And I used to watch him in the 90s when you guys had like Strawberry and fucking Jeter was coming in, bro. And you guys had that was.
Yeah, they fucking basically took every ex-Met that was good at one point and fucking made him win a World Series. You know, they pitched no-hitters and perfect games and fucking, it was crazy seeing that shit. David Cone, you know?
Yeah,
man. It's crazy. But I always liked the White Sox too, man. I always liked Ventura.
Ventura.
Yeah, he was, man, he was good. Yeah, the Big Hurt, man. Yeah, he was a beast, that dude. He was a beast.
Dude, I like baseball. I really do, but I'll keep watching it until the Cubs win. Then I'm done.
There might be a good shot this year, though, man. They got another good fucking team this year, the Chicago Cubs. You know? But you know what? Listen, as good as they are during the regular season, I think they're more or less a playoff. Like, you know, they're not as good in the playoffs, obviously. You know?
Well, let's just call it what it is, man. Let's not be nice about it. The Cubs suck, bro. They'll never win anything. They're not winners. They've been losing for 108 years. It's going to continue to happen because they suck.
Yo, how much do you hate that fucking guy that robbed the foul ball? How many years ago was that? What was his name? I love him.
Bartman. He's one of my best friends. If I could meet him, I'd shake his hand. Shut up.
And if we want to keep it real, you brought up George Steinbrenner. I am so glad that old motherfucker is dead.
Come on. I like something.
Fuck that guy. That guy's a piece of shit, bro. That guy was a piece of shit.
You know, I'm a Met fan. Come on, though. Dude, if you were a Yankee fan, you had to love him.
No, he's a piece of shit. He fired secretaries because people would go 0 for 4. Fuck that piece of shit. I'm glad he's rotting.
Yeah, but that dude also gave a lot of people opportunities who were in the gutter broke. And, like, you know, Darryl Strawberry is one of them. The dude was strung out doing drugs. He came to him after no Major League Baseball team would have him. And he said, listen, I'm going to clean you up and we're going to get you back out on the field. And the guy wins the fucking World Series a year later. You know, I mean, he does have a heart. He did have a heart, too. I mean, I know he did a lot of grimy shit, but, you know.
You made him sound like Gargamel from the fucking Smurfs. Fucking piece of shit.
Go that far on him. He's a winner. He was a winner, though. You got to give him that.
Well, I mean, listen, the guy had a lot of fucking money. He spent his money. He had a good farm system. He spent
it on his team, you know?
No, he did. He did.
Like some of these people now, like the Wilpons, they go out and sign fucking Tim Tebow today. Come on.
Did they really?
Mets signed Tim Tebow to a minor league contract.
What are you guys doing?
What are you doing? Marketing thing, you know what I mean?
I get it. It's the PR, man, but
yeah, I don't see him really making a splash, you know.
Well, this man, he's a winner, man. He's
a Heisman Trophy winner. He's an athlete's athlete. You know what I mean?
I like that about him.
Himself.
He's a winner any day, man.
Yeah, I mean, he always was a winner everywhere I went. I mean, except for the Jets. I mean, but nobody wins there. So, so real. You like the NFL too, right?
Oh, I'm a huge football fan, bro. It's my favorite sport, to be honest.
You like the Chicago Bears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be a Bears fan, definitely.
Yeah, I love the Bears, man. Even though they've been killing me lately, man, I love the Bears, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, man. They got a lot of loyal fans of Bears. They're one of the better franchises in the NFL, I would think.
I think so, too. You know what one of the worst is? The Packers. They suck.
Fucking Eagles are fucking horrible.
I don't like Eagles either, to be honest. I hate Eagles. I'm more of a Giants guy.
Hell yeah, baby. Big Blue.
Okay, yeah. You guys I thought you guys were Jets fans. You guys are Giants fans?
Nah, I'm a Giant fan, bro.
Yeah, we got a couple of Giant fans here.
Good stuff. You guys took them.
I don't hate on the Giants. I like them too.
Are you a Jets fan?
Yeah, I'm a Jets fan. But I like Giants too, though. I root for them. I do.
I apologize for the Jets. Sorry, bro.
We never get that right, man. We're like the Knicks. We don't win. We just don't win, you know?
And you guys had Joe Namath, though, bro. I got to give you that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the Knicks had fucking Patrick Ewing. Yeah, I mean, the franchises had.
Jordan used to shit on him all the time, though, bro. That was the best.
Yeah, I know, man. And I didn't even want to bring that up, man. I am a diehard Jordan fan, even though the guy has destroyed the Knicks over the years. Yeah, I got every kind of Jordan shoe known to man. I'm a Jordan freak. I love all his stuff. The Jumpman, I have the chain. I've just always been a Jordan fan.
I know it was the reason why I liked you, Ken.
I just always loved Jordan, man. There's just nobody better. I'm sorry. There's just nobody better. And you know what? Listen, LeBron is good. LeBron is damn good.
But he's no Jordan, though.
I don't care. No Jordan, because Jordan won every time. Jordan was a winner every time.
Bro. He never lost.
Yeah. That motherfucker won 3 in a row, left the game to go pursue another game, almost made it, came back and won another 3 in a row.
That's ridiculous.
Like, come on, man. That's domination.
That's crazy. I used to feel bad for you guys. You were a Knicks fan growing. You guys had a damn good team back then, too, man.
Did, man. We always just ran into that brick fucking wall. We always ran into that Jordan wall, man.
Listen, let's fucking keep it real, bro. 1993 playoffs, Scottie Pippen hacked fucking Charles Smith under the net. Fucking game 7. Let's be real now. You keep it real.
Okay. Yeah, he did. But did Charles Smith miss all them free throws, bro?
Yeah,
Charles Smith was a bum.
It's a bum.
Couldn't hit a fucking free throw for shit, that guy, man. For shit.
You know who I didn't like? I couldn't stand John fucking Starks, bro. I love
when Starks dunked over Jordan, man. That was like one of my
Jordan, bro. He dunked on Horace Grant. Jordan was just in the picture.
Yeah, well, it looked like he dunked on both of them. That was the only time I was rooting against Jordan, was when he played the Knicks. That was the only time.
Oh, I couldn't stand fucking John Starks. He was a crybaby. That dude was the biggest crybaby.
What about Anthony Mason? You know you loved him.
I did like Anthony Mason, actually.
He was Anthony Mason. He was a warrior.
I like Anthony Mason a lot, actually. I like Pat Ewing, too, man. You guys had a good team that year.
I think the Knicks definitely would have won at least one championship if Jordan never was around. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I mean, you guys had a chance. You guys lost to the Rockets.
Game 7 against the Rockets and fucking lost to.
And you can blame it on John Stark.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Starks missed that fucking shot at the end.
That motherfucker kept taking shots. Somebody should have sat him down and said, listen, give it to fucking Derek Harper. All right, you can't hit.
Yeah, he was hitting that game, too. Harper was on that game in game 7.
Starks was
a lot of people say that. Yeah, Starks was a little fuck. He was a little like, you need him on your team or else you hate him. Type of guy, you know?
How many times did Jordan and Reggie Miller put their dick in his mouth, bro?
Seriously.
A lot.
They did, man. They did, but they never put it in Ewing's mouth, though. I'll tell you that. They never put it in Ewing's.
Ewing was a bad man, bro.
Ewing was like, no.
Yeah.
It sucked that the Knicks let him go at the end. You know what I mean? They should have retired him as a Knick, and that should have been it. You know, to see him on another team was fucking weird. He had a Hall of Fame career. You know, no championships, but what are you gonna do when you're a Knick? You're a Knick. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, that's why I'm so surprised that fucking Anthony is still here. You know what I mean?
Melo?
Yeah,
that's my boy.
I'm surprised he's still here, man. Melo really gave a lot of his career to the Knicks, man, because he knew they were hurt and he knew that they needed a figurehead. You know what I mean?
And Melo's getting paid, bro. That's why.
I know he's getting paid, but he could have got that money somewhere else too. You know, on a different team.
Yeah, but New York City, baby, New York City, you get a lot of
New York, bro. You're in the bright lights, man. It's New York.
I know. You know what? He'd be like Mark Messier if he won for the Knicks. I'm telling you, he'd be hailed as like, no pun intended, the Messiah. Like they call fucking I hate that fucking guy. Messier, yeah.
I gotta be honest, bro. When I found out that that's what Messier's name is, I fell in love with it. I started watching all his old tapes. He told me that. He said, "Yo, Mark Messier stands for the Messiah." I started looking at all his tapes, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, the Messier, the Messiah, man. That guy hurt me so bad in '94. I'll never forget it. I'm an Islander fan, and it hurt to watch them win in '94. Oh, they gave it back to us tenfold. We used to bust all the Rangers.
How about those Blackhawks, though?
Yeah, you know what? That's another fucking kick-ass Chicago team. That's a legendary team. Yeah. You know, the recent Blackhawk teams, man. I mean,
we've been kicking ass lately, bro. But when I was a kid,
that's a dynasty.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd say that's a modern-day dynasty. What you guys got over there?
Dude, when I was a kid, we sucked though. We had Ed Belfour and Chelly.
Yeah, man. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, you had Jeremy Roenick, Tony Amante.
Yeah, but we didn't win a lot.
You had Bernie Nichols on that team. I remember those teams, man.
Eddie the Eagle, baby.
Eddie the Eagle. He was good, Belfour.
Yeah.
Oh, Belfour, he was all right, man.
I mean, he was one of the premier guys in the league but you know what? Like you said, Chicago, they weren't really good at that point. But he was a good goalie. He was decent. You know, he was better than decent.
See, I didn't get a chance to. I had to sneak and watch it because where I'm from, all the black people were like, "Hey, what are you doing watching the fucking hockey?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I like it," so I had to sit.
You know, I got to tell you, man. Even before the Islanders moved to Brooklyn, there was a lot of black people at Islander games, man. Believe it or not, a lot. Because actually, the Coliseum is right by where they used to play. Is right in the middle of like neighborhoods that are either black or white, and it's like all mixed in with each other, like all the neighborhoods back. You know what I mean? It's all white and black mixed together.
Buster Rhymes grew up right from the corner, right up the corner.
Yeah, Buster Rhymes used to wait at
New York's a melting pot,
man. Yeah, in the front of my house, Buster Rhymes school bus pickup was right in front of my house. Matter of fact, my sister used to get on the school bus with him, and he used to talk to my sister every single day. He was just leaving high school when Leaders of the New School was starting to blow up on Long Island and New York in general. And I told my sister, I'm like, do you know who you're on the bus stop with? And she's like, no, who? And I'm like, that's fucking Busta Rhymes. She's like, Busta who? And I'm like, she didn't listen to that shit. Back then, she was listening to like TKA and shit, like Take My Heart, you know? And I was like, that's fucking Busta Rhymes. She's like, Busta who? I'm like, Busta Rhymes? You don't know who the fuck that is? Like, I just couldn't get over the fact my sister didn't know who this guy was. I'm like, you went to school with this dude. He's a legend. He's a fucking hip hop all-star, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, he really is, you know, it's crazy, man. But yeah, right down the block from the Coliseum when they used to play here, like a lot of brothers would be coming to the game. Like we have a couple of friends that we know that come to the games with us all the time over there. But I got to say, Brooklyn is crazy because now you go to the games there and it's like, there's no mix anymore. It's all fucking hipsters. It's all these fucking people from, it's all hipsters now, man. I'm like, I feel fucking lost in this Barclays Center. I feel lost in it now, man. I'm like, what happened to my old crowd in here? You know, we used to have that grimy fucking Long Islanders and that filling that fucking Coliseum like to the gullies. And now it's like there's fucking dudes with sweatshirts and fucking there's fucking beards and fucking they have cigars and twisted mustaches.
They're fucking dressed like lumberjacks, like that.
He comes in with a coffee and a twisted mustache. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude! I could sweep the floor with that fucking mustache.
The guy looks like he runs a circus. These fucking guys, man. Like
holy shit,
this fucking game.
Yeah, like he should be fucking taming a lion or something with that fucking mustache. You know, that's what Barclays Center looks like now. Everybody's got a coffee and a mustache.
Yeah, real talk. Let me pick your brain for a second. I know you like to keep it real, and I know that you want to be a voice for the people. So I just want to know, which way do you sway for this election this year? Are you for Hillary or are you for Donald Trump?
I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm not for either one of these motherfuckers.
Keep it real, man.
Like for real, bro. Like I think that's a terrible fucking decision we have to make between these. Yeah. I agree with some of the stuff Trump says, but some of the shit he says, I don't know. I'm like, no. Yeah. And Hillary, I'm like, you know. I mean, come on.
It's like a fucking show.
It's basically like, let's pick between what's the worst of the two we can go with, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. And it's fucked up that we only have those two fucking, you know, I know in the beginning there was 25 fucking Republicans and 15 Democrats, but you know what? We all knew that Hillary was going to be there in the end. That's one. So you could eliminate all the Democrat side. So we didn't have anybody to choose from there. You know what? We didn't know about Trump really, but at some point we all knew, all right, Trump is the person who we're going to end up with now as the next person to choose from. And it's like, now you come to November and it's like, I'm not going to vote. I'm not fucking voting.
I'm kind of the same thing, bro. And I know that's like not cool.
You know, it's not because I'm not undecided on it. I just don't want to vote for either of these motherfuckers.
No, I feel you.
You know?
Dude, like where I'm from, you know, most black people kind of go Democratic. Man, I'm not voting for that lady. That's why I told my grandma that. She said, "Don't forget to vote this year." I said, "I'm not nobody."
Real talk.
I'm voting for
when you I heard a song. I forgot what song it was, but you said your lyrics was, you said 666. We ain't scared of it. So that's why I see that you have that knowledge, you know, behind you. So that's why I asked you, because I know you keep it real. So I just want to see if.
I'll be honest. I said you guys had that same knowledge, bro. That's why I listen to what you guys say.
Yeah. You remind me of Illuminati rapper. That's what you remind me of.
I am, man. I'm be honest. I'm anti-establishment, to be honest, bro.
You know, so are we, man. So are we.
Yep.
That's why we got the Filthy Mouth Gamer doing his thing, and you know, trying to build up a voice.
And I love that.
You know,
and I got a big fucking mouth, bro. I got a big fucking mouth, and I love to use it.
And like I said about our show, like, you know, we're doing a podcast right now, but eventually we see this network going live. Not like having maybe a style kind of like Tommy C show, but totally different. Like we're not like, there pretty much wouldn't be, there'd be laughter, but I want seriousness. I want people to be able to call in and fucking speak what's on their mind, what's fucking bothering them. You know what I mean? I want to sit down and discuss it with them, you know?
And the thing is, I've always been a fan of that. Like I'm a big fan of radio shows anyway. I grew up, I like listening to shit. Like when I'm doing whatever, I like to listen. So I used to like listen to like the Sirius FM radio. Where I would go into the New York shows. I just like how people from New York, they get on there and they really like, you know, they talk their shit. Say some
We're very blunt.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how blunt.
Yeah, some people fucking hate that. You know what I mean? It just rubs people the wrong way. You know?
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
But that's also like with you. That's why I think Chicago is a lot like both fucking places are a lot alike. You guys keep it real over there too. You know what I mean? Like that's where you know.
It's street mentality.
Yeah, that's
well, I
what it
always tell
is.
people that Chicago is the New York of the Midwest, man, because we are. Like, you know what I mean? You got Detroit around you, and that's scary.
That shit is pretty gangster.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary, bro. I've been to Detroit. I've done some shows in Detroit, and I'm not a fucking pussy or anything, man. I'm pretty built, but that's a scary place to go.
Yeah, that is, man. I
Detroit,
give much
no
respect to Detroit.
I just
man.
watched the fucking movie 8 Mile.
Yeah, but no, and on the real, like you got to know what you do when you fucking go into Detroit. Like
you do, man. Seriously,
you look at the wrong person the wrong way.
Go in there, you get thrown out like B-Rad from fucking
B-Rabbit.
Wouldn't have made it out of Detroit, man.
No, never.
He would have
Never. I'm surprised M made it out of there, man, alive. You know.
That's because M was so good at what he did, though. You can't help.
Well, he's amazing
for what he could bring to the game. You know, he definitely did.
He could go right off the top.
Right off the top. That's the thing I'm trying to honestly, like, I grew up listening to M and Pac, and I'm almost to that level now too where he is. Where now I don't even write I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't write my songs.
No, you don't at all?
No. I listen to the beat and come with the song in my head.
That's all very talented, man.
Yeah, that's probably the thing I'm most proudest about, to be honest, because it took a lot of work to get there, you know.
Yeah,
and you got these guys today on the radio. They got a freestyle and they suck. They don't even know what they're doing.
They don't know how to freestyle, man. Nobody knows how to. Like only a select few of like these big time artists, like these up top artists, really don't know how to freestyle. A lot of them, they need their shit written down and
they got ghostwriters.
Yeah.
Oh, you got guys that are actually got other people writing for them, man.
Yeah, you got people like Drake is doing that. You know?
Man, could you imagine Pac or Big somebody writing for him or
like never.
You know, oh my goodness. So like the Tribe, like
no, you lost all the great ones.
De La Soul? Come on, man.
That would never happen with those dudes. Yeah. Never happened with those dudes.
Well, the same shit's happening across all music. Like my wife listened to country music, which is dog shit to me. But like even country music back in the day was for real. And now they're just talking about fucking pickup trucks and drinking beer.
Well, yeah, that's the same thing if you think about it with pop music too. You got like fucking Taylor Swift. She's writing for like 30 fucking artists right now, top artists out there. Like she's writing that shit, you know?
They set the trend.
Yeah. Taylor Swift is jumping from cock to cock like Super Mario, dude. Really?
She don't know how to write a cock, dude. That's like fucking having a 12-year-old boy bouncing on your dick.
She may have a cock, dude. She's getting dumped real fast, bro.
I think if her clitoris is a little big, yeah, she could definitely be mistaken for an 11-year-old boy.
You gotta chew on that shit like it's a fucking milk dud, bro.
Fucking nasty.
Yo, real talk. Let me ask you a question. So I listened to your album, and that fucking song Wild West, I fell in love with it like 10 seconds in. I'll tell you why. You fucking sampled the Ecstasy of Gold from Ennio Morricone.
Yeah.
What is that? Was that like one of your favorite movies, or?
I get ideas from everywhere. That's one of my favorite movies, man. To be honest, and like that's what all my music do. I like the different shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how I know you're. A lot of people wouldn't know that, bro. You know what I mean? What you just said.
That's like that song to me, in my opinion, is probably the greatest song in the film ever, and that includes The Godfather and all that shit. That song, when you hear that song, it automatically brings you back to the Old West.
Oh yeah, that definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah. It just like that, man. You just get your attention. And I remember, I try to be different. I listen to everything. I look at different shit that most people like, and that don't look at things like that. And I just try to like do so much different shit, bro. So like when I heard, I was like, I gotta do that. And that's crazy. I'm really glad that you kind of peeped that out, bro, because a lot of guys were like, where'd you get that from, man? I won't tell them, of course, because you know, man, that is crazy. That's cool, but that's kind of cool, man. I like that, man.
Now, real talk. Yo, quick question. Now, do you make your own beats too?
No, I got a team. My team does that shit. I don't know if you guys know the Legacy. Couple guys in there: Jesus, Ray Legend, Tyler Tass, which he was on Dave's show earlier, and Tona Lowe.
Yeah. We mentioned him on our last podcast. We mentioned him for about a good 5-10 minutes. We were bullshitting about how like being a 16-year-old and having your shit that well groomed already is like it's impressive, you know.
Dude, that kid is crazy smart, bro. Like I always tell him, I wish when I was 16, I was where he was. You know what I mean? I was a goofball and kind of like on some dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's a smart fucking kid, bro. So like, and he does beats and he does the rapping, and my other guys, Jesus and Ray Legend, they do my beats for me. But you know what I mean? That's kind of a blessing to get, basically I get those beats for on the low, and they're pretty good beats,
No doubt, no doubt. I might have to throw a little some remix to it, maybe.
No, that's dope. I actually got to work with some cool that Wild West one though. I don't know if you guys heard of Drugs. Drugs just signed with Dr. Dre's label, and he actually did that beat for me, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kind of got lucked up with it because I knew him before he signed with Dre, so I got that beat on the low. Because if he was signed with Dre and I got that beat, that would have cost me probably 5 stacks.
Shit, yeah.
Shit.
Were you a big fan of Rage Against the Machine back in the day?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
That was fucking
Zach De La Rocha just came out with the solo thing he's doing now.
Really?
Yeah, and he's a good lyricist. I always loved his lyrics, man. I mean, since back before 1990, that dude's been ripping it up,
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm a big fan, especially of old school rock, bro. Jimi Hendrix, fucking Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that too, man. I love all music except for country. I can't listen to country.
I like some country sometimes. I like
country if I'm going to listen to that, No, I like if I was going to listen to country, I would have to listen to like Johnny Cash and shit like that,
Yeah. I've actually done a couple of, I've mentioned Johnny. I always show shout outs to like the people I like, and Johnny Cash was one of them.
You do give shout outs to the things you like what you like. I like that about that,
Yeah, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned that shit because it even in a certain track, it'll tell you more about you. You know what I mean?
Right. And plus, I always think it's relatable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember you hit me up and said, hey, I like that Randy Couture line you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool because obviously you like Randy Couture. You know what I mean? Who doesn't like Randy Couture? It's Captain America. Yep. So, I just try to show everybody that I can relate to them just like we can all relate to each other. You know what I mean?
So real talk, how many bitches did you bang this week?
I was in San Diego, bro. I'm not going to lie.
That's why I had to ask.
Yeah, it was I had a wild night, bro. I had a Saturday night was a wild night. It wasn't as wild as it's gotten, but I'm not gonna lie about it. I want to say 2.5, and the reason why I say a half is because one girl was real short. But I still smashed, bro.
You sure it wasn't what's her name from Little People LA?
I don't watch that shit. I heard you say you like the Little People. I don't watch that shit, bro.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, that one bitch Tara is gonna be on Dancing with the Stars now, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
He's got a fetish for midgets, all right?
Yeah, me and my wife watch the show. It's actually a good show, man. I'll tell you, the LA one is got like, I don't know, they're kind of like on the snooty side. But then when you go watch fucking Little People Atlanta, oh my Lord, bro, they're twerking, they're fucking on stripper poles, they're going to the clubs, and I mean, they just get really freaky deaky on that fucking show, man.
Dude,
like
they're twerking. Dude, they walk when they twerk, dude. I mean,
dude, you gotta see these bitches twerking on the show, bro. Matter of fact, bring up a video of that right now. See that? See, this is what I'm talking about right here. That fat little rump shaker right there. You wouldn't think a midget would have something like that, but they got a thick fatty. I'm telling you.
Oh, by the way, not to switch subjects, but Foul Mouth Mike, man, I seen that fucking video you did on Weed, bro. It was the best video I've seen in a long time, dude. I told you about everything.
My mother said that shit too, believe it or not. My mother was like, I love that video Mike did about marijuana. I went, oh, really? And she's like, he made so much sense. There's people dying. There's people having strokes and going into seizures, Kenny. And he was telling it like it is. I'm proud of him. Typical Italian mother.
No, dude, I'm telling you, that was a great video. Dude, Bob Marley put it best, man. Herbs are good for everything. I really
it really is, man. I mean, listen, we never really got into it on the show because he handled that on his thing. But I mean, come on. There's way more benefits than there are negatives to marijuana. I mean, come on. It outweighs it by the thousand,
I can't even think of a bad thing. You might, maybe the munchies or something, but come on.
I know, that's about it. Nobody's ever fucking overdosed on marijuana and died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's killing anybody over marijuana. You know what I mean? It's more benefits than anything. And these poor kids that you see, like I saw that whole report on CNN with the poor girl that was suffering from fucking seizures nonstop, like in a couple of hundred a day this girl was having, like totally just frying her brain and ripping away whatever she had left of a life. And they found out through that company that opened up in California first, and they were making not the THC side of weed, but they were making the opposite side of marijuana. Yeah, and they were giving that to her. And what was happening was, as soon as this girl took it, she literally had down to maybe 1 or 2 seizures a day. And then eventually 2 weeks after she was taking the drug for that long, the seizures went down to maybe a half of a seizure in a day. Now this girl went from hundreds a day down to that. And she had her life back. The family had to pick up and move to Colorado because they couldn't live in the state. They weren't allowed to pass over state line with it and all that bullshit, which is our politicians hard at work fucking the American people again. Yeah. And so they had to move to Colorado where it's legal, and they live there now, and their kid has a life now. I mean, and this is something that our government just recently like fucking put on a list with heroin and fucking, you know, I mean, like
that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, by the way, man. That's ridiculous. I know people that die from heroin all the time from overdosing, man. I just lost somebody a couple weeks ago from that shit, man. You're gonna compare weed to that, bro?
I know it's crazy the list that they put marijuana on with. I mean, it's just fucking crazy. It really is.
Speaking of heroin, I was just listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about this new drug called Kratom. I don't know if it's Kratom or Kratom. It's Kratom, but people are using it to get off heroin. So the DEA already, without any fucking tests, is going to want to put that on Schedule 1, like it has no benefits whatsoever. Meanwhile,
because that hurts the pharmacy companies.
It's
fucking
disgusting.
That's what it's all about, man. Yeah. By the way, that's what it's all about, man.
The power and the dollar.
Yeah. The reason why weed's not legal and all that shit I always tell is that's why. It's all about the money the government can't make from it.
So, Real, not to switch it up, but let me ask you this. So, obviously, you're a YouTube fan, right?
Yeah. When I can be, you feel me?
How did you meet Tommy C?
How did I meet that guy, dude? No, you know what?
I get a lot of people ask me that. Like, how do they know each other, you know?
Tommy C used to do a show with this guy named Joe Cronin. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, we know who Joe is.
Yeah. Anyway.
He begs for money all the time.
He used to do a show called Monetize Something, this or that.
Yeah, and Monetize this, yep.
Yeah, with Tommy. And it used to be him and Dave. And I really started liking, I don't know how I ran across the show, but I heard
basically it's the same exact way as me.
Oh, really?
That's how I found Tommy and Dave and all those guys, was watching them from Monetize This before they just broke up when I just started watching.
Oh, see, I was there a little bit before they broke up and shit. So one day I was like, man, I really like that fucking Tommy guy. He talks fucking crazy. He laughs like a fucking psycho, and his hairline's all crazy. So, you know, whatever. So one day I hit him up and I'm like, yo, I like what you say. You talk about, check my music out. And I sent him this video I did called Trayvon's Legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, yeah. So then he checked it out and he wrote me back like, yo, this is the shit. You know what I mean? I really like what you're saying. So he asked me to come on the show one day, and then from there we just.
Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, that's almost the same story as me, man. Because I saw them like a little bit before they split off with Cronin. Probably literally 2 weeks before they split with Cronin. And I started watching Monetize This. And then I found out that Tommy had a hockey show.
Yeah. And
I was like, oh, you know, because I love hockey. So that's how I really got familiar with Tommy. And it's basically the same thing. Yeah. So you started out like just going on YouTube and watching certain shows and shit when you had the time, right?
Yeah. I just moved out to Vegas. So I didn't have really any friends like that. You know what I mean? Which I don't really give a fuck about friends, but I sat at the crib, and when you're by yourself and,
you need something to do sometimes, something to entertain.
So I got on YouTube and shit like that. And then I met Tommy. Then Dave actually is the one that reached out to me and asked me, I guess he was starting his own show, his own channel. And he's like, man, I would really love a theme song. So I made him this song called Brock Lesnar, which is on the Black Mozart album. And
nice. He
fell in love with that shit, that Brock Lesnar song. So he started using it, and then people started knowing who I was a little bit, and then it's just, went from there.
Yeah, yo, I didn't even know you made that song.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that. So you know them for about 2 years now, something like that?
Yeah, I'd say about maybe a little under 2 years.
A little under 2 years.
Yeah.
You lived out in Vegas that whole time, right? That you started bullshitting with them and all that?
Exactly, man.
So you've had a lot go on in your life in the last 2 years, huh?
Man, my whole life, I'll be honest, my life has completely turned around, bro. I went from, part-time rapping and working at Buffalo Wild Wings, shaking chicken and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And it paid off for you, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
And you know what? And your heart and soul into your music, and it's getting you somewhere. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look, I put some real, my real emotions out there, bro. You know what I mean? It fucks me up sometimes. I did that show recently with Tommy, and I was kind of got on a kind of a subject out that I'm, you know what I'm saying, kind of vocal about, and it pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Yeah, we seen you on the show the other day when they were handling the Kaepernick situation. And
that fucking chair went flying.
But I got to be honest, man. I just was so, it pissed me off because, I'm screaming all lives matter, bro. And there's people that have a problem with that. That is crazy to me, man.
That is crazy because listen, you're talking about, like I say it all the time, we all bleed red. You know what I mean? Like we all fucking bleed red, man. We're all human fucking beings. The Muslims, the whites, the blacks, the Puerto Ricans, the Haitians, whatever the fuck. We are all human first. You know what I mean? It's like people fucking forget that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just people because they either they don't know or they're ignorant and they won't educate themselves and shit. Yeah. Bro, I was on the streets for real, man. Like, you know, you hear some of these rappers say I was really on them streets, bro. So like, and when you're on the streets, you find out that it's not just black people on the streets, bro. It's the streets are racist, bro. Yeah. Everybody's on the fucking streets, bro.
You are so right, man. The streets are not racist, man.
That's why I always felt like this whole shit going down is more rich versus poor than anything, bro.
I tell you, man,
bro. It's always been like that.
It's and it's that 1% who fucking really just owns everything. Yeah, it really is. When Mitt Romney, that motherfucker, a couple of years ago, made that statement about the something percentage of people. Remember when he made that statement?
Yeah, I think it was 47% of people are going to automatically vote for Barack Obama because they don't pay taxes.
Yeah, like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like in this day and age, you have a fucking idiot say some shit like that. Yeah. You know, it was a total slip up. If he could have took that back, he would have in a second. Oh, yeah. He's a fucking.
The thing that gets me, man, is the people have to see, like, it's been like this since the beginning of man. It's always been social classes. You had the peasants, you had the kings and the queens that lived good, and then you had the peasants that died from diseases and lived in poverty. It's always been like that, man. People have to wake up and try to change that, man. You know, instead of being, I feel like we're being misled, man, into thinking that you got to know who your real enemy is, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? The realest shit, my dude, he's a white boy, dude, my dude, Doug, he looked at me and said, bro, you know I'm not your enemy, right? And I said, man, I already know, bro.
Yeah, you know and that's the truth, man, because I have people that I know in my life that have had problems in their life with racism, and I'm considered okay with them, but I know that there's a certain part of them that that's still scorn from it, you know what I mean? That is like, you can't go around just trusting anybody because you don't know what you're going to get type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it's you know, it's the real deal. It's like when I grew up the hard way, man. My mother used to bring me to these places with her, and we used to sit online waiting for food stamps, and we'd be the only white people in there, you know? But you know what I would be doing? I'd be breakdancing in the middle of this fucking place, and I have a whole circle of people around me clapping and fucking laughing, and like I didn't give a fuck who I was around because that was just my people. You know what I mean? I was poor. So poor people were my people.
My people,
you know?
Exactly, bro.
And it didn't matter what color they were. You know what I mean? It just mattered that they were in the same position as me, you know?
Yeah, I tell people that all the time, man, like, racism is wrong on both sides, bro. Because believe me, there's some black people that can be the same way, bro.
I know some brothers who are like, fuck y'all white motherfuckers. Yeah. And I'm like, no, listen, I don't blame you, man, because I understand how it is. You got to go somewhere and have somebody fucking staring at you because of your skin color, thinking you're going to rob something out of a store or something. It's like, you know, those people are pieces of shit. They stereotyping people like right off the bat. And I could understand why somebody would be like, well, fuck all you people. I don't even want to deal with you no more. You know what I mean? It's very easy to be like that. But like a person like you who in their song, you know, deliver a message of like, hey, you know, just because that person is a different color doesn't mean that they haven't been through the same shit that you're going through.
Exactly. I just feel like we got to be a little bit smarter than that, man. Like, it's so easy to just say, you know, fuck one whole race, bro. But that's easy, man.
That's what's going on with the Muslims in this country now. There are so many people against Muslims. It's not even fucking funny. Like, really, we're going to take these terrorists and make it about this whole religion. Now, I understand that certain parts of the, you know, the religion is extremist, but yo, that's in every fucking religion. That's in every religion. Catholics killed fucking people at one point or another.
You know how many forget it? The Crusades?
I mean, come on, like, you know, fucking, I mean, it's like you said, it's been going on for so long in this world, and I think it has to do with us being human, and we're not perfect, and we make a lot of fucking mistakes, humans, but it's like waking up and doing something about it is where we're at now, you know? It's time to act.
And the thing is, man, like, I seen, like, look, don't get me wrong, I understand it's kind of scary. I'll be honest, I do it something. I go to the airport all the time when I fly to, and I see kind of some Muslim guys. I'm kind of looking like, man, I hope this motherfucker don't blow me up today.
I get on a plane and I'll think the same thing, but I'll tell myself, like, stop, man. You can't just think like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's too
the same thing.
You know? But yeah, I mean, you do. I mean, there are certain situations where you're like, I mean, there's people, white people who are not racist, but if you put them in the wrong surroundings, they're going to be scared shitless.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean they're racist. You know what I mean? It just means that they never been around that. They've never been exposed to that, you know?
Right.
That's like the same thing with the Muslims. You know what I mean? Like people haven't been around them. They're going to be hesitant to be around them, you know?
Exactly, bro. And that's why I try to, like, a lot of my shows are very diverse. You got black people, white people, all different kind of races, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I try to tell people is, like, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
You never know what you get, you know what I mean? So I had to learn that shit, and I learned it in some real shit, man. You know what I mean?
It is. It really is, man.
Yeah, that's totally true. Because when I grew up, you know, when I was young, I was an ignorant motherfucker. You know, I thought a lot of shit that was stupid. But then I started reading books and seeing different points of view. I'm like, oh, I'm a dumb motherfucker, huh? You know,
Yeah,
like, you got to learn.
We all learn till the day we die, man.
Did you start blowing up cars with Henry Hill and the rest of them, bro?
Yeah. Breaking people's fucking kneecaps.
We're gonna whack this guy. We're gonna whack this guy. I'm Johnny 2 times. All right, I'm Johnny 2 times. Let me get the paper. Get the papers. Let me get the papers. Get the papers. All right, okay. All right, I'll tell you. All right.
I'll come to fucking San Diego where I'll bury some fucking
I'm gonna come to
broads.
San Diego. I'm gonna bury a broad. All right, I'm gonna bury a broad. Okay, all right.
Actually, speaking of Vegas, how many strip clubs have you been to that are like legit strip clubs?
I gotta be honest, Vegas, like,
Rhino.
I was never a big strip club guy like that. I've been to a couple, but when I came to Vegas, man, motherfuckers are so nice, though, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, I gotta mention the Spearmint Rhino. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, but I've been there, bro. I went to the Players Club, bro. I'm talking about, dude, it's fucking.
How is Caesars now? I haven't been there in a couple of years out in Vegas. The guy who's been there a lot is Filthy Mouth Gamer. He went to
my
Vegas
favorite fucking casino. That's my favorite casino. It's gigantic, and it's like if God had a house in Vegas, it would be Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, bro. That's the one thing I'm a big fan of the bright lights and flashy shit, bro. I love that shit. And dude, Caesar's Palace is just so like fucking. Oh man, it's beautiful. And then they got so many cool restaurants. Like I went there. Matter of fact, we just went there a couple weeks ago and went to Gordon Ramsay's steakhouse, man.
Oh, nice.
Man.
Wow.
Man, bro, I'm talking about it's just.
Hey,
you guys
Filthy,
get out here, bro. We'll do some.
We all were out in Vegas, and the last time we were all together in Vegas was like in 05 or whatever, and we winded up staying at the Rio. And
the Rio?
Yeah, which is not. I mean, it's off the strip a little bit, but you know, it's like right there. Yeah. But we ate at like at Emerald's fucking restaurant or some shit. The bill was like fucking $2,000.
Yeah, fucking Emerald tossed my salad. He did it well.
Hey, yo, you know what's funny? Yo, real talk. You say we sound like we're mafia and everything. When we went there, some guy looks at my uncle and said something stupid, and me and the Filthy Mouth Gamer walk up to this guy, and we're all in suits, and we're like, when we come back, we don't want to fucking see you here. So we leave, right? We come back for a half hour later for our reservations, and I say to the Filthy Mouth Gamer on the way back, I'm like, you think this fuck's going to be there? And he's like, dude, take a look at us. There was like 20 of us in suits, all from New York, every part of New York, Staten Island, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. These dudes were far gone. They were not there when we got back. Oh, man, I love Vegas.
Yo, real talk. I got to say, man, I'm like, besides your music, you're a really cool dude, bro. And you seem like a guy that I would love to come out to the desert and fucking eat psilocybin with and just bullshit for hours, bro.
Oh.
Seriously. You're that type of guy, bro. I could tell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, I'll chill with Ken, though. Like, I'll chill with anybody, bro. We could chalk it up, smoke some pot together, bro, and vibe.
Oh,
yeah.
Yo, we're going to come out to Vegas, man. We're going to make a trip out there and come and see you.
That'd be crazy, man. Maybe you guys could like do a show out here or something, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God. That would be sick if we could broadcast from Vegas, man. That'd be nuts.
Dude, I'll broadcast on LSD.
That'll be our next show. We'll all be on LSD. Except for me.
Bro, speaking of that, I got a small story, man. So check this out, man. I was doing a show, man. And you know, like you start to get popular, but like, I'm still not to where I want to be. But, you know, it's kind of different. Like, I haven't been this popular before. Like, this is the most, you know what I mean? So, like, a lot of people, you know, when I used to do shows coming up, you know, be 30, 40 people there, you know, guys would be like, yo, I like your stuff. You want to smoke this with me, blah, blah, blah. You're like, yeah, it's pot. Hell yeah. Well, I realize now that you can't do that anymore the bigger you get, man. Because people want to fuck where people are like, so this guy does it. He's like, yo, you want to hit this with me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You really like this? I'm like, okay, yeah. It smells like some good weed, man. I smoked some of this shit, bro. And then he tells me, yeah, you know, I just mixed it with a little LSD with it.
Oh,
Jesus. I said, what the bro, I almost swung it. I tried to swing at this dude.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I gotta be honest, it was a crazy high, bro. I was like, I'm never doing that shit again, bro. I got straight.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You know, it's kind of funny. We were at a party once when we were kids, and this dude who was friends with us would never do acid, and we were all like, come on, do it. And he wouldn't do it. So when my buddy went and got his beer, he dropped a fucking tab of acid in it. And he gave him the beer, and he drank the whole fucking beer. And he looks at us, and we start laughing in his face. And he's like, "What? And we're like, "You just drank a whole hit of acid." And this kid's fucking face turned white as a ghost. He was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me, bro? Am I gonna die? Bro?" We were like, no.
It was like Cheech and Chong.
Oh my God, they're giving me some shit, man. I ain't never had no shit like this before, man. I mean, I had some shit before, but I ain't ever had no shit like this before, man. I mean, I had some shit before. Yeah, he was kind of fucked up that night, and he couldn't drive home. He had to take his car keys, and you fast forward 20 minutes later, this dude was out front, like fucking almost butt naked, looking for his car with no car keys and none.
So no, I totally believe it, man. Like I never had LSD. Like I was so fucking like messed. You seen Friday? You remember when Smokey was in the chicken cut?
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, man. I was sweating out the time, my shirt off, bro. It was crazy.
That's fucked up that a fan would do that shit to you, man.
Yeah, it's messed up, bro. They'll do that shit though. That's
what you a very valuable lesson, huh?
Oh yeah, but dude, I done had some crazy shit at shows, man. I done seen bitches fight each other for no reason, right? Because I remember when I was doing a show, man, and I'm spitting at this girl, and she's like loving it. You know, she was kind of bigger, but you know, I wanted to give her like, you know what I mean, like some love. This real skinny hating ass girl was like, he not really doing that to you. I'm like, for real, you fat bitch. He just being nice. So the fat girl goes over, and I'm talking about she mollywops this bitch, and they get the rumbling right in front of me. Dude, I'm fucking rapping on stage while these girls are just tussling around. I'm like, anybody want to get these motherfuckers?
Holy shit.
I've seen some crazy shit, man. I mean, it's been, Vegas is nuts, bro.
Oh, yeah, but at least you stay humble.
Yeah, you do, man. You do. You definitely do. We were talking about that the other day when we were talking about having you on. We were like, yeah, he seems so humble. Like, you don't come off, even though your shit is really good, you don't come off, one of these big fat cats.
Like you would never sell out.
Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. I got some good support, and plus I don't forget where I'm from, bro. I've been through some times, bro, where it looked like I wasn't gonna make it, bro. So I always remember, no matter how big I get, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm living pretty good now, like better than I ever had before. But I still, every night before I go to sleep, bro, I always think about, it was times when I didn't have a place to stay. It was times that I had to choose, am I gonna go to the studio or go get something to eat, bro? I'll never forget those times, and that's what keeps me hungry every day, bro.
Yeah, man. That will keep you like that, man. God bless you for that, man. God bless you for that. I hope nothing but more success for you, man. I honestly do, because your music just says so much, And for those who haven't heard his music, you can get it on Bandcamp with the new album, Black Mozart. You got to check it out, man. There's so many good tracks on it. His music just speaks for itself. We really didn't even have to tell you anything about his music. If you listen to it, you would hear for yourself that it speaks volumes of music. It really does.
Right, bro. And like I said, if anybody wants to check me out, they can just go to the website, which is www.realtalkthetruth.com, bro. You can pick up the album there. You can check out my videos and everything else, man.
Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, like when I first started hearing your shit, I was like, oh my God, this shit is like this is like on another level. And then when I started talking to you back and forth on the show and just bullshitting with you on the message thing, like, I'm privileged to have you on this show, privileged to have you even like our show, and I appreciate the fuck out of you, man, and everything you do. And we really do. We're not just saying it over here, but we really do appreciate your music. Every one of us do.
That means a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Recognize real, man.
Right. I remember praying that somebody would say that, like, I feel your music, bro. It was that nighttime I spent praying, and now it's like that. So it's just like, it's such a humbling feeling, man. Like,
let me ask you, do you believe in God and everything? Are you a Catholic person or? Yeah, right.
Okay, so this sounds funny, but I'm gonna be real. I do believe in God. I'm not really big into religion, though, if you get what I'm saying.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
I believe in God, but I know that because believe me, the stuff I've seen and done, bro, it's something has guided me to where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Same exact way I am, man. Like I don't go to church every Sunday, but I do tell my kids like to thank God for what they got, and I pray to God every day. Every morning I wake up, I pray to him every morning,
Kenny Mo, why don't you tell Real Talk how you rap?
Oh, no, you got to go there. You fuck.
Come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. No, come on.
Show him a little something before we get out of here.
How about the hip-hop Hebrew? Come on.
Hey, listen, I'm a hip-hop Hebrew. I do the hippen and the grappen, and I just don't hey.
That's the hip-hop Hebrew. And then we got, what was the other one? Nah, I mean, listen. Oh, the rapping rabbi. We got the rapping rabbi. Come on, it's the rapping and we're hipping and we're doing dancing and stuff. Hey, I'm doing the Brucha deny the Hello Shalom. I'm Hello Shalom. Hey.
Wasn't there a Jewish rapper? What was his name again?
Yes.
Oh, the reggae artist.
He was Modest Yahoo. But I freestyle, you know what I mean? Like I grew up in areas where we were rapping when we were kids, you know what I mean? And if you didn't come with some fly shit, you were getting dissed out of the room.
Oh, real quick. I remember those days, man.
I remember rapping once in front of a bunch of dudes, and I used the old one that everybody's used when they say, fly high in the sky like a plane. And I remember people looked at me and went, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, just shut your mouth and back the fuck up right now. Just back up and run. Just run. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, shit. But then there was times where I held my own against some pretty good motherfuckers, you know? I could bring it if I could bring it. But I'm not no professional like you, man, but I could bring it. You know what I mean?
I dig that, bro. I didn't know that. That's something I didn't know about.
I could rip it up. I definitely could. Me and G have worked on some shit in the past where I've done some shit and he looked at me like, holy shit, man, really? And I was like, yeah, I could do that, but I really don't. You know what I mean? Like I always wanted to pursue like what you did, but I never took that step. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I never took that step in anything in my life because I wanted to be a comic or a rapper or a movie or, you know, I want to be in movies. Like I always wanted to shoot big for something in entertainment. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's what led me to this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
this is
never
the
too late,
closest
bro.
I got to it, you know?
Never too late, bro. And what you guys got here is something like, I can't keep saying it enough, dude. Like, it's like, I know everybody likes YouTube and stuff. I don't get a chance like that, so I don't get to hear everybody. But when I hear something I like, I won't stop listening to it, and I will not stop listening to this. Keep it 100 because I love what you guys do. You guys
Thanks,
something
real talk.
man. Seriously.
Much love, man. Much love.
Seriously.
You kidding me? Coming from somebody like you, that's fucking huge, man.
And it ain't gonna end, bro, because this is the way we are in real life. This ain't no fucking.
And you know what? Just like you're not going nowhere, we ain't going nowhere. Right now, we only have 81 subs, but you know what? Listen, it's not about subs to us. It's not about like if we're gonna start monetizing our videos or, you know, we need to get our subs up. We need to start monetizing our videos. Like, it's not about that for us. It's about just having a good fucking time and meeting real people like you and just, you know, with me, and I know this is with these guys that I work with, it's about the friendships we make, and then it's about YouTube, to be honest. You know what I mean?
And then it's about getting my dick sucked, too.
And then it's about getting our dick sucked. Yeah. That's third. So,
I gotta be honest, man. All that's gonna come, bro. As you guys keep doing what you're doing, bro, and don't worry about the subs and stuff. All of that will come.
Man, I just want to one day, hopefully, you know, one day with this can lead to me getting my salad tossed by Dead on Dave. So hopefully one day, and we can do that one day because that's like a major dream of mine, going out to Germany and just spreading my ass cheeks and having him just go face deep in it, you know? But, but yo, hey guys, like I know a lot of people know Real Talk a lot more than us here at the Foul Mouths Network, but I'm going to say this anyway. You can catch Real Talk on Shot from the Point on their show. He's on, what are you on, every Sunday?
Yeah, every Sunday, but this weekend I'll be in LA, so looks like it's up to you, Ken.
Well, you can catch Real on there as much as he's on there, and when he is on there, the show is awesome. It's even better when you're on it. You also check out his album, like he said, on all those different, go on YouTube. You can check him out, Bandcamp, all those places, and his new album, Black Mozart. The Filthy Mouth Gamer is in love with a couple of tracks. I'm in love with a couple of tracks. My producer, G, just absolutely loves the music and the lyrics.
Man. Yep.
You know, so definitely if you haven't heard Real Talk stuff yet, man, you got to check it out. If we're reaching anybody that doesn't know him, which I doubt it, they probably don't know us, go check him out. Check us out. We're the Foul Mouths Network. This is Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, giving us our first interview on this network, and we really, really appreciate the love, man.
Thanks, man. Hopefully it's not the last, man. Hopefully it's not.
No, man. What are you kidding me? So Foul Mouth doors are open to you anytime you want to come on here. I don't care if we're 10 subs or fucking 5 million subs. We are always open to you because we love your music and you keep it real, man. And that's what this is all about, keeping it 100.
Yeah, man. You are definitely part of the fam now, bro. You are part of the fam.
I'm like Stacks now from Goodfellas. Hell.
That's fucked up. Is he going to have one of his bitches in there with him?
Oh, shit.
So anyway, guys, thanks for checking this out. This was really awesome that we got to do this with Real Talk. And go look for him, like I said. His music is the real deal. And we'll be talking with him soon again, hopefully, on the Foul Mouths Network.
Yes, sir, man. You guys take it easy. Thanks again for having me.
Take it easy, Real. Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You ever notice what I saw? They told you should go to school. Maybe you should love the law. Hell nah. That's that slap in the face again. We was talking freedom from Nevada down to Michigan. Contemplating on the wind, trying to represent the hood, but the hood full of sin. You in the wild, wild west. My nigga, we ain't beef yet. That's a fact. Real talk, the truth, nigga.